Mornings for me, especially when the sun is up and bright, shades come up, and I literally walk through my sunroom and touch each plant, just as if I'm saying good morning. It makes me feel good to know that I am touching life. Moving to this area, one, it has allowed me to have more plants and to just kind of build this community of other women that I have met through social media, where we all have a love for plants. So we can have these plant swap parties, and we can talk about different types of plants and plants we love and plants we want to know more about. And we may not all be knowledgeable about everything, but that's what those parties are for. Meeting more people who have same like-mindedness. We love thrifting and we love plants. So if we find a plant or something that might be of interest to somebody else, we'll get on the line and say, hey, there's these plants being sold here or there, and we just kind of communicate and build that community. My mom was like the biggest influence when it came to what I saw as far as plants and home decor and all of that. I think it kind of, I see it in how I style my home now is really through the influence of my mother. It's always been very much a part of my life, whether it be directly or indirectly, that I just always remember plants being around. For me, as I became an adult, I was never really good at having them in my home. I could never have them as beautiful as she had them. It wasn't really until I started with my home decor vintage business and started using social media and noticed that people were incorporating their plants into their decor style. And I said, okay, I'm gonna try one more time and see what I can do and see if I can just keep one alive. And I did, and I just kind of kept going from there. And I may not be as knowledgeable as some of the other people that I see on Instagram as far as the names, but I know they bring me joy. My mom has been, and it will always be, my biggest influence in my life. And unfortunately, she passed away in 2013. And when she passed away, I received a plant of somebody just offering their condolences. One in particular was a pothos. And back then I didn't have a whole lot of plants in my house because we're military and we move, and it gets very, sad having to leave plants behind. So I never really invested too much, but I did have that particular plant, and it never died on me. It never did. So as we moved cross country, it has traveled with me, and it has stayed alive that whole time. So maybe that's why I'm partial to pothos, because that particular one has survived long trips going through different states and different temperatures, and has yet to fail. And I always believed that it was meant to be alive and meant to stay with me, because it was for my mom. And I think she would be pretty happy to see how I have grown when it comes to my plants, and how I have grown in just as being a wife and a mother. And I think this would probably be her favorite spot too.